A lot of students tell me that they struggle to understand native speakers on TV, movies, YouTube, TikTok, and everywhere outside of the classroom. Does that sound like you? Well, if it does, don't worry because I have the solution. Today, you're going to test your listening skills and improve your listening skills as well so you can feel comfortable understanding native speakers. Welcome back to Jforrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. Here are your instructions for the entire lesson. First, I'm going to say a sentence 3 times, and you need to write down exactly what you hear word for word in the comments. Next, I'm going to explain exactly what I said, and I'll explain the pronunciation changes that take place in fast English, and I'll explain the expressions that I used as well. Are you ready? Here we go. Looks like we're back to square one. Looks like we're back to square one. Looks like we're back to square one. I said, looks like we're back to square one. Did you get that one? Let's talk about the pronunciation changes. Notice the contraction were. This is we are as a contraction were. Now notice how unstressed my pronunciation is. It sounds like were, not we're, were. This is how native speakers say it at a natural pace. We're back, we're back, we're back. We're back to, this sounds like t in real English, t. We're back to square one. We're back to square one. Now what does this mean, to be back to square one? Well, square one on a board game is the beginning of a board game. So when you're back to square one, it means you're back to the beginning. And you're back to the beginning, the start, because you tried something and it didn't work. So you had a failed attempt and you have to try again. Looks like we're back to square one. It looks like we have to start again from the beginning because our first attempt failed. Our next listening exercise, I'll say it 3 times. I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. I said, I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. First, let's talk about don't know. At a natural pace, this sounds like don't know, I don't know, I don't know, don't know, I don't know. I don't know if we can, notice here, we can trust. When can is the auxiliary verb, so it's not the main verb, we reduce this to kin, and it's very unstressed sound. I don't know if we can trust, if we can trust. And notice you hear trust more because it's the main verb, and can, which sounds like kin, is very short, can trust, can trust. I don't know if we can trust her. Now, here we can get rid of that H sound and it just sounds like trust her. But then you combine it to the word before, trust her, trust her, trust her. I don't know if we can trust her. This is a contraction for she is, she's pretty wishy-washy. What does wishy-washy mean? To be wishy-washy, this is when you have no clear or consistent ideas or decisions. We generally use this as an adjective to describe someone who changes their mind, changes the decision that they make frequently. So that's why you don't know if you can trust her. because she says she's going to come to your party or help you move, but because she's wishy-washy, tomorrow she might change her mind and say, oh, actually, I'm not coming to the party, or I'm not going to help you move. But then maybe the next day she changes her mind again and she does come to your party. She's wishy-washy. I don't know if I can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. Our next listening exercise, I'll say it 3 times. You got to give him props. He's a real trooper. You got to give him props. He's a real trooper. You got to give him props. He's a real trooper. I said, you got to give him props. He's a real trooper. You got to sounds like gotta. You gotta give him. Same thing we saw with her. Get rid of the H and it will sound like im. But you can combine it to the word before. Give him, give him, give him. You gotta give him props. This is a contraction. He's a real trooper. Now, what does this mean? To give someone props. This is when you give someone respect, credit, or recognition. So let's say a coworker of yours gets a really big client. Well, if you want to give your coworker credit or recognition, you could say, oh, we got to give him props. And then you can celebrate his big achievement. Let's talk about he's a real trooper. When you describe someone as a trooper to be a trooper, this is someone who perseveres through hardship or difficulty. So they persevere, they keep going, they don't give up, they don't quit, they persevere. And this is why you gotta give him props, because he didn't quit, even though it was difficult, because he's a real trooper. Our next listening exercise, I'll say it 3 times. Our successes and failures were writ large. Our successes and failures were writ large. Our successes and failures were writ large. I said our successes and failures were writ large. Notice our. I did not pronounce this as our. I said R. A very reduced sound, R. Our successes and failures. Here, and, when and comes between 2 nouns or even 2 verbs, we reduce it to n. Our successes and failures. Coffee and tea, successes and failures. Our successes and failures were writ. Did you spell this starting with a R or with a W? The W is silent, just like in the word write. The W is silent. But in spelling, it's there. In pronunciation, it isn't. Writ large. What does writ large mean? This is an adjective that simply means to be very obvious. So our successes and failures were very obvious. Why is that? Perhaps we work for a public company, and when we fail, the general public knows we failed. But also when we succeed, the general public knows we succeeded because our successes and failures are writ large. They're very obvious. Are you ready for your last listening exercise? I'll say it 3 times. With a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. With a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. With a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. I said, with a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. Did you hear that contraction? It'll. It will sounds like it'll. It's a very soft sound. It's easy to miss that will. It'll be. But without it, the sentence wouldn't be grammatically correct. If I said it be, That isn't correct. It will be. It'll be. It'll be good to go. Just like we saw before, to is a reduced sound, an unstressed sound, to. Good to go, to go, to go, good to go, good to go. What does this mean? With a few tweaks, tweaks are changes, small changes. So let's say you're writing a report and your boss or coworker wants you to remove this section and add this information. That would be a tweak, a tweak. You need to make a small change, a tweak. With a few tweaks, with a few changes, it'll be good to go. When something is good to go, it means it's ready. And we use this in two contexts, ready to leave or ready to start doing something. So let's say you and your friend are going to the movies. Your friend could text you and say, good to go? Are you ready to leave? And in this case, it could be, are you ready to leave your house to meet me at the movies? Good to go? Good to go? We use this a lot as native speakers. In this context, it'll be good to go. Something can also be good to go in the context of it's ready to start doing something. For example, the new website will be good to go on Monday, which means the new website will be ready to start doing something, ready to start receiving visitors, ready to be available to the public. The new website will be good to go on Monday. Now, the new website as a subject is it. So if you already know you're talking about the website, you can say it'll be good to go. Now let's do an imitation exercise so you can practice these natural pronunciation changes and practice these new expressions. I'll say each sentence again 3 times in a row, and I want you to imitate my pronunciation. Try to say it just like me, get all those pronunciation changes. And I want you to say this out loud. So you can do this as many times as you like to practice. Looks like we're back to square one. Looks like we're back to square one. Looks like we're back to square one. I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. I don't know if we can trust her. She's pretty wishy-washy. You gotta give him props. He's a real trooper. You gotta give him props. He's a real trooper. You gotta give him props. He's a real trooper. Our successes and failures were writ large. Our successes and failures were writ large. Our successes and failures were writ large. With a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. With a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. With a few tweaks, it'll be good to go. Did you like this lesson? Would you like me to make more lessons like this, testing your listening skills? Well, if you do, then put more in the comments so I know you want more lessons just like this. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And why don't you get started with your next lesson right now?